manor. The police tried, and they swept the beaches and searched the pine woods. Even interrogated the strange family in the manor. Nothing. I couldn't shake the feeling that the truth was festering in that cliffside house. One night, clutching a cheap camping lantern and my father's old pocket knife, I decided to find out for myself.
Bust down,
The manor was larger than I
Tatiana.
remembered. Its cracked windows like blind eyes reflecting moonlight. The air grew colder as I approached, thick and salty with the smell of the ocean. The night felt unnatural, like a held breath, but I pushed forward. I slipped into a warped back door that shuddered as it opened, and inside the house smelled of wet stone and rotting books.
Hey, April. I was asleep, but I had a fucking nightmare again. So I'm up. Whether I want to be or not. Yep. I'm trying to find the correct pack I gotta open because I am on a different letter now. There it is. Yeah. I woke up like drenched in sweat and panicky and yeah. So there's that. Fucking wonderful. I have, but I don't know how much good it would do. I mean, they have legal marijuana here, but I don't want to use substances with children in my care. I know it would probably help, but I don't know. Melatonin maybe help. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I have the big day coming up, and we're moving, so I'm just under a lot of stress. Hey. I hope so, April. I really do. I know we're trying. It's just kind of hard when we can't move on and we can't move forward until all of this is over. So we kind of feel stuck.
The wallpaper had peeled away in strips, exposing symbols carved into the plaster beneath it. Every board creaked under my weight as if warning me to turn back. That was when I saw the trapdoor. The stairs leading down were narrow and crooked, and as I descended, a sharp metallic smell rose to meet me. Iron, salt, and blood. My heart hammered and the lantern flickered, casting distorted shadows against the walls. In the center of the cellar stood a table draped in ragged velvet, its edges crusted with something dark. Strange runes were etched not only into the walls, but into the ceiling above, spiraling toward a single point. And around the table, glass jars full of some black liquid flickering in the lantern's light. It's as though the contents were alive. The air was heavy and suffocating, as if the room itself were underwater. I turned to leave, bile rising in my throat, and that's when I saw them, the children. They stood in uneven rows, silent and barefoot. Something about them was wrong in a way that my mind refused to process. Their eyes weren't eyes at all anymore, but pools of shifting gray mist swirling. They were swallowing the lantern's light, and their faces were pale and expressionless, but their mouths began to twist into smiles unnaturally. They were brittle smiles that looked like they would crack their skin. And then I understood these weren't children anymore, they were vessels. I stumbled backward, nearly dropping the lantern. They began to move as one. Their sounds were almost noiseless, and they were walking on the stone. The cold that poured from them was so intense it burned. It was pulling the warmth just right out of my bones, and the ritual hadn't been to summon a demon. It had been to make the children into its eyes and hands. Their smiles were widening as they closed in. My body locked with terror, my mind screamed to run, but my legs wouldn't obey. One of them raised its hand, pale and trembling and possibly light, brushed my sleeve with fingers as cold as, as seawater. Then everything went black. When I woke, I was lying on the cliff's edge just past dawn. The manor behind me, nothing but an empty shell. No trapdoor, no jaws, no altar, just dust and silence. The children were never found. I never told anybody what I'd seen. But even now at dusk, sometimes I glimpse them, standing in the far corners of my vision, their mist-filled eyes fixed on me, waiting. And I know it isn't over. And I just want to say sorry about audio anomalies. If you only could see my situation, you would forgive me. But I'm giving it a good go. Next story.
Look at this pink contrast. I am digging this, like, dark pink to light pink, like, transition. I love it. I think I'm gonna really love this picture.
The night at Willow House. So my ex-boyfriend and I were together for a little bit over a year before I finally walked away. Honestly, it was chaos. I won't spill every detail of that relationship here, but toxic doesn't even begin to cover it. And this is going to be a long one, so buckle up and maybe grab a drink. Anyway, I'd been on a Nexus shot and some birth control injection for about 8 months. That was before I met my ex. My periods had been irregular during that time, mostly just random spotting, but it's scary. And then I met Ellie and instantly thought he was perfect. Or Eli, sorry. I ignored every single red flag, even though there were plenty. I just dove in head first. A few hours after meeting him, I started having this ridiculously heavy flow. It was totally out of character for me. I brushed it off and I thought it was stress or something, but weeks went by and the bleeding didn't stop. I didn't have insurance, and with how expensive healthcare is now, I didn't really want to see a doctor either. All I did was show up for my next birth control appointment. Fast forward about a month and my skin went crazy. Painful cystic acne everywhere. I tried every home remedy and every mask and even weird internet tricks. Nothing was working. Looking back, it feels like my body was rejecting him from day one and I just couldn't see it. About 6 weeks after we broke up, I went to a small town to party with some old friends. I drank too much, I laughed too hard, and I felt exhausted. We were at this gorgeous old house, 3 stories, almost 150 years old. We were sitting on a massive stretch of land about maybe half an hour from the main road. I told my friends I was going to take a quick 20-minute nap downstairs, and they warned me not to. This house has always given me chills, like there's something off about it. Kind of feeling where your stomach drops before everything happens. But I was tipsy and I was stubborn, so I went down anyway. I lay on a couch facing the wall, pulled a blanket over me, rolled onto my back. And that's when everything started to shift. It's hard to describe, it was like a trance, but real. Turned onto my side, blanket tucked underneath my chin, and I felt someone behind me. Not just like warm, like hot, like scalding, skin hot. I turned my head just enough to see, and it was Eli's face, but warped and melted into something monstrous. It was red and wet looking, and his teeth sharp and eyes flat. I couldn't move, my eyes could dart around, but my body was locked. I heard footsteps upstairs and voices and pots banging and my friend trying to wake me. Eli's demon self stayed there, and his head tilting like an animal. Put a hand on my shoulder, long, cracked yellow nails digging in. The eyes, though, stayed exactly his. Burned into my brain, and everything just went black. Woke up drenched in sweat with my friend shaking me. I left that night, drove home shaking, and I've never been back to that house. Haven't told anyone in real life, because honestly, I'm just terrified. And here's the weirdest part. But a week after that night, my bleeding stopped completely. It was just gone. It's been over 2 months, and I still can't get it out of my head. I don't feel anything for him anymore, nothing at all, but I can't forget what I saw. And yeah, I do believe in God, so anything helps. The house that watches. The bedrooms sit on the upper floor, arranged around a narrow landing that circles a stairwell like a quiet watchtower. Everyone keeps their door shut at night, not out of privacy, but because sometimes you can hear the soft thud of footsteps going up and down the stairs. You open the door to check, and there's never anyone there, and there's always no one. And last night I had to brush my teeth before bed, and the bathroom isn't upstairs anymore. Ever since the renovation, it tucked down in the far corner first floor. It's past 3 doors that stoop in at night like moths mid-breath. Those rooms always feel like they're looking at you. Nothing to see, or at least that's what I tell myself. When I came back up, I swear I caught a glimpse of someone standing just inside the den. Just a few feet from the armchair that we never really use anymore. It's the same den where I once had sleep paralysis so violent I moved into my brother's room for 2 months. I had been sick and I woke to a pale hand pressing against my cheek. There were fingers dragging as though peeling something away. And I've dreamt of somebody looking behind that wall, and later my cousin admitted to dreaming the exact same thing. We never talked about it before, and, well, even the dogs react to the place. Our newest one, Fig, growls at the den's threshold and refuses to cross.
Hello, Aubrey. I hope you are well. I am clearly hosting the No Sleep crew. Insomniacs Unite. I'm only awake because I had a fucking nightmare again. And now I'm awake. I like these colors. I think it's going to look really good.
After dark. He's never been like that in any way other than, well, that part of the house. He's gotten older and he's grown more nervous and won't stay in a room unless the lamp's on. I won't nap in the hallway at all, honestly. Now he curls up outside our door upstairs instead, like he's guarding us or hiding from something. Honestly, I don't blame him. The upstairs feels thinner somehow. Like the air's been sifted through a filter. But there are still spots, even up here, where it's heavier and harder to breathe. Seeing that shape downstairs rattled me. I actually stepped back down one stair to double check, squinting into the den. There was nothing, just shadows and furniture. And this isn't unusual anymore. I mean, maybe it's my mind making shapes out of the dark, and maybe not. That whole section of the house feels tilted, as if the floorboards are warped or the ceiling's too low. I didn't go back down after that, not that night. The attic's whisper. 30-year-old female in our family home isn't just old, it's ancient. It's a sparkling stone house built by Polish craftsmen before the Great War. There's always something strange about it, like the walls themselves were listening. As a child, I hated the attic and the crumbling shed behind the house, and couldn't even explain why. It felt like somebody was always waiting there. My mother grew up in that same house with her parents and brothers. She used to tell me I had the same eye color as her little sister who died young. And coincidentally, I was given her name too, and when I turned 14, my mother finally told me the truth. That aunt had hanged herself. Not in the attic, but in the shed behind the house. It was a bitter winter morning. It was around that time I started to notice things. First, it was just creaks and whispers.
Fucking hiccups.
Usual in an old house. Then I began seeing shapes and figures flickering at the edge of my vision. And it wasn't just night, broad daylight too. Once I woke up to see a woman standing at the foot of my bed with her hair loose. It was as if she'd been caught in the rain.
Okay, we're gonna listen to Lori a minute, because apparently Lori came live all kinds of fucked up. And that's not unusual. But Mickey Mouse Fan Exposes has the full video. I just kind of want to see what's going on. Because, while I'm thinking about it, Villain released a video talking about Lori's dog, Leia. If you or anyone you know is able to go and get the dog and can provide it a good home, please contact Villain, your favorite villain. She's trying pretty desperately to find the dog a home. I would, but our situation isn't exactly ideal right now. And we're moving, and, you know, I'm very far away, so. But, if you know anybody that can help with the dog, please email her. Hello, Dryden and Connor. I've been better. But yeah, Villain is trying to rehome the dog. Right? I do. I do play Fortnite. My hair takes forever and a day to dry, so I feel you on that one. I can't at the moment, no. Because I play on my phone and I'm currently using my phone to stream. They've got some neat skins out on Fortnite now. I like the Halloween one. Fortnitemares. It's been pretty great. I want the Scooby-Doo one, but you have to pay for those. If it is, April, can you, delete us? Because, this is an 18 and older, uh, channel. I don't know why a kid would be up at this time of night. That's weird to me.
Hold on, babies. Oh my God.
Thank you, April. And it's not that I don't like kids. But I don't let my kids watch my channel. Because of the kind of people I cover. Like, unless we're watching ghosts or ghost hunting, yeah. There are no kids in here. Yeah, Mascot Johnny, ran around spreading the lies Reaper told about me. Which reminds me, Reaper, are you ever going to apologize, um, for spreading rumors? Because literally everything you said got disproven, by the way. Legally disproven, I might add. And you do not need to be running around telling people that I lost my littles because we had a meth lab in our garage. Because that absolutely never happened. What did happen is the co-parent had a 9-hour standoff with police and pew-pewed up our house, which made national news. And you still chose to lie about it and further victimize my family. And we will never be okay until you apologize and retract your liable slander. And even then, probably not. But at least if you apologize and retracted your lies, and took my family off of your disgusting channel. Where you never should have had them to begin with. At least if you did that, I could let it go and pretend like I don't even know you. But you do owe me a sincere apology. A lot of you owe me a massive apology. I did not deserve that, especially with what I was going through at the time. You all owe me an apology. You're all the time talking about people owning their shit. Well, own your shit. You re-victimized me and my family and during a very traumatic time in our life. It was already unbearable without you lot doing what you did. And the very least you could do is retract that and apologize. I did.
I know, I hear you, baby. Hi. I'm right here, baby. I didn't get far. Come on. Oh my God, man. Look at me. I said they could be cute. Cute. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Come on. No. I'm not carrying you. You're too big. Come on. Go. Please. Come on. No, don't sit. Okay. Let's sit.
So, Lori, when is the dog going to that 68-year-old woman that lives out in the country? When is she going there? She's still going? Boy, she comes up with some shit, don't she?
Here, here. Yeah. Good girl. Oh, now pride's all up in my face. Okay, okay, girl, come on now. Well, we'll be in a whole new world here. God, man, I'm watering so bad. Where I am. Sorry, you guys. No, I'm not. Thank you for asking, though. It's alright, though. It's a me problem. Nobody else's but mine. That's all. Damn. raisins into a can and everybody's enjoying their coffee. You bitches.
Lori, nobody else is fucking responsible for getting your ratchet ass coffee. Stop coming on here and dry begging for coffee. You're like, I hope you're enjoying your fucking coffee, bitches. Well, the odds are, Lori, the people drinking their fucking coffee probably paid for it. You know where they got the money? Probably from the jobs that they work. I don't drink coffee, but if I wanted coffee, I would buy it myself. And I'm not soaking up any of the resources that you soak up, and I actually deserve and need them. But instead, I'm working myself to death and still barely making ends meet. But I still would never come on here and dry beg for fucking coffee. If I don't have coffee money, I don't drink coffee. Right? Her fake ass laugh, it makes my skin crawl. She's like, oh, I hate you, bitches. Please send me coffee. Take the hint that I'm begging for coffee. No, bitch. Buy your own coffee. And if you can't afford your coffee, then don't drink it. Problem solved. And if you don't know already, Lori lied about the dog being, having a place to go. Andy can't take Leia long term, or I'm not real sure he can take her at all. But Lori lied about this big farm and all this bullshit. I guarantee you what she was gonna do is tell everybody she got rehomed to this great place and dump her somewhere. Because she's never liked that dog. And it's very inconvenient for her right now. She never took the time to train it properly, or even at all. And it's gonna make that dog finding a home very difficult. And she's on here being like, oh, coffee. Bitch, don't you have shit you need to be doing? Like, working the program so maybe you get to see your kids before they're fucking grown? But, I don't know why I'm surprised. I mean, she abandoned her children, so why would she not abandon her dog that she doesn't even like? And by abandon, what I mean, let me clarify that statement. She basically abandoned her kids to the system and Andy to raise. I don't think she wants those children back, because if she did, she would be behaving accordingly. She would be doing the steps that the child services are asking her to do. But she's doing none of it. And she's just getting worse. And here's what bothers me. I worked through Coleman Animal Welfare Association for roughly 8 years. I have rescued countless animals, and I have seen what happens to dogs who get abandoned or left for whatever reason, and it really affects them profoundly. Like, dogs will have a unique ability to find a reason that it's got to be their fault or something they did or didn't do, and they blame themselves. It's obvious in their behavior because they don't think they deserve love or a good home, or they get very depressed. And a dog can grieve itself to death. I've seen it happen. And it's fucking heartbreaking. We do. Yeah. I still do volunteer work with the local shelters when I'm able to. I'll go up there and, spend time with the animals or get them out of the, thing and let them stretch a little bit. But you have to fill out paperwork and go through this whole thing to be able to do that. It is rewarding, but it's also heartbreaking at the same time because you see animals there that have been abandoned or ABUSD, and it's horrible. It takes a lot of time and work to undo the damage it does when you end up you do something like that, and you have to be a fucking monster to do something like that. No decent human being would treat an animal that way. But then again, I don't know why we are surprised, because she openly stepped on and unalived kittens and didn't feel a bit bad for it. She pretended to feel bad, but did she actually feel bad? No. And in my opinion, you can't tell me she didn't do that shit on purpose. But that's just my opinion.
You are not bitches, I'm sorry. You're not bitches, I'm just pissed because, what the fuck? A bitch without coffee, and it's been some days now, and it's. Look at my eyes. Oh my god, my eyes are blurry. Bro, it's an addiction. Coffee is an addiction. Okay. Oh.
That ain't your only addiction, you fucking skank. Lori, stop dry begging for coffee. If you don't have the money to buy your own coffee, you don't need it. You do not have children in your home. And even if you did, you could still work. Trust me. I have two, and I work my ass off. And still do everything I gotta do to keep this house running by myself. She's sitting there fake laughing to try to deflect from what she's saying. She's sitting here dry begging, but she don't want you to pay attention to that. She wants to be able to play it off as she's just kidding when somebody calls her out for dry begging. That way she can come back on here and say, oh, I was just kidding. I was laughing. Did you not hear me laughing? But all the while telling you she wants you to send her coffee. And telling you how pissed off she is that some gullible twat hasn't sent her fucking precious coffee yet. You don't see her sitting here begging for food or supplies to further care for her children. No, because every time someone sends something for her children, she keeps it for herself. Those kids don't get not one motherfucking thing people send them. Because Lori is a selfish narcissist and can't stand it if her kids get more attention than she does. So no, she tells you she wants her coffee, and if you don't send it to her, she's gonna throw a fucking tantrum.
Oh my god, all I can do is laugh through this pain. And agony right now because this is bullshit.
So I guess Lori has, a little tokey toke. Because she ain't fucked up for nothing. But here's the thing, guys. You mean to tell me that in a few days she's not been able to get up to the little gas station and get herself a coffee? Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
Shit. My fucking coffee pot broke, bro. That's what happened. It broke. When I move next week, oh my god. Oh, the weekend's gonna be a bitch. Yo, you have no fucking clue, honey. You have no clue, sweetheart. You have no clue. Just pray for me, please. That's all I can ask. Just pray for me. Damn, I got
I'm not gonna pray for you because it would not be sincere. But what I do pray for is for your children. I pray that every tie you have to them gets severed because you are toxic to them, Lori. You have nothing good nor positive to impart upon them. You are not a positive force in your children's life. You are a negative, toxic force in their life who has put those children through unmentionable trauma, immeasurable trauma. You have done nothing but traumatize those children. So I pray that they get good and away from you indefinitely. And I pray that your rights get revoked. Because you have no business around children with the way that you behave. And how toxic and abusive you are. And I don't say that lightly, Lori motherfucking Jones. I say that because you have, on countless occasions, attempted to weaponize your children. Telling full-grown adults to pull up on you and that you would have your minor children go out there and jump on them. Do you have any idea what could possibly happen if that were to actually happen? You don't know that that person that's gonna pull up on them isn't carrying a pew-pew or various other weapons. You don't know that that person wouldn't unalive them before they even took the first swing. But you don't care, do you, Lori? As long as you get to sit there and run your fucking mouth. Your diseased, decrepit, raggedy ass mouth. You are toxic. And frankly, you are beyond disgusting and ignorant. So stop with the dry begging for your fucking coffee. You do not deserve coffee. If you cannot afford to buy your own, you don't need it. Your audience certainly is not responsible for providing you with coffee. You are a grown-ass adult. Get it yourself. And if you can't get it yourself, you don't drink it. But I find it funny you can afford all this makeup and all these outfits and all this bullshit knick-knack crap, but you can't afford coffee. You can afford DoorDash 5 times a day, but you can't afford to buy a cup of coffee. I find that odd. You can, more than that, you can afford to buy illegal marijuana, but you cannot afford your own coffee. Make that make sense.
Nice eyelashes. Don't look at me, I look fucking tired. You ready? I mean...
You're high. And your use has to be so much that your hair is literally falling out of your fucking head. When you turn your head to the side, you look bald, Lori. You look like you've shaved both sides of your head. But you're not, though. It's just so fucking thin that you look bald. You look like fucking Uncle Fester. I think I'm gonna nickname Lori Uncle Fester.
coffee drinker, and you know. My body doesn't feel right now. Because I'm, oh my God, whatever.
Then stop doing drugs.
Oh my God. Oh Lord mercy. See, this lotion smells good. Okay, here, my finger. So now I just gotta take accountability that I was packing and it broke. So I have to take that account. But damn it, it was a fucking accident, bro. Oh, let me make sure you see so you don't think I'm crushing up anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you getting your math wrong or anything.
You know what, Lori? The word accountability comes out of your ratchet ass mouth quite a bit. But instead of taking accountability, real accountability, not bullshit accountability, but instead of taking that accountability for the shit you actually did, you want to come on here and make a mockery of taking accountability. And you want to take accountability for the dumb shit, like your imaginary bullshit that you just pull out of your ass. You want to take accountability for that and make fun of it, but you don't want to take accountability for putting your children into a circumstance where they could be SA'd or otherwise ABUSE. No, God forbid you take accountability for the very real trauma you've inflicted on your children. No, but you'll take accountability for needing and being addicted to coffee, which I highly doubt is what you're actually begging for the money for. I think you're begging for money for your DOC. Because you don't get this desperate for coffee. We are not stupid, Lori. You are, but we are not. I don't think you would actually spend the money on coffee. Right, Tammy? $100%. I'm fixing to go to April. I'm actually starting to get sleepy again.
Good evening. Sandy made me a coffee and wake in. Yeah. Alright, I'm just not gonna fucking talk. Alright.
Love you, April.
Make me a cup of coffee and walk it to me, Sandy, please. My coffee pot broke, baby. Well, it's been a few days, but I move next week, Sandy, so I'm not gonna say that. Just pay attention, that's all. Just pay attention. Actions, speak a lot. So just pay attention, baby. But I do move next week.
Yeah, that's what you said a month ago, Lori. I don't think you are moving. I don't think you have a place. I think you're yet again lying. Just like you lied about the dog having a place to go. Just like you lied about having contact with your daughter. Just like you've lied about everything you've said. I do not believe you when you say you're going to be moving next week. I don't believe a goddamn thing you say. Other than the only truthful thing you have ever said was that you are a worthless sack of shit. And that you were a piece of shit mother. Because you are. That is the most truthful I have ever seen you be. But you said it out of sarcasm. But that's the most honest you've ever been. When you admitted sarcastically that you were a piece of shit mother. And I wouldn't even go as far as to call you a mother. You are at most an egg donor. Because you have never been a mother to those children. Those kids have always been the adult in that relationship. And it's obvious. Lori, here's the thing. You ain't never been about nothing. You ain't about nothing. And you know what? You ain't never gonna be about nothing. You're always gonna be worthless, sorry, narcissistic, disgusting, pathetic, and ignorant. Because that's all you know. And I don't know whether that comes from your raising or you were just born a sack of shit. It may have been your environment. It may have been learned behavior. It may have been you're just a shitty person. But whatever the cause may be, you are a deadbeat, fucking narcissistic, sorry ass, ignorant ass piece of shit. You ain't done not one goddamn thing for those kids except for traumatize them. Perhaps irreparably. I don't think they will ever fully get over all the shit you've put them through. And you did that, Lori. You. So, fuck you. And your coffee. Anyway, if you want to watch the full video, Mickey Mouse Exposes. Just type in Mickey Mouse fan and then the word exposes. And it will pull up Mickey Mouse's channel. Mickey Mouse is an excellent archivist and reaction channel. And she has all of Lori's videos on her channels. Another great resource for watching Lori would be Villain or Simply Sophie. Simply Sophie, I believe, has most, if not all, of Lori Jones's bullshit live in living color on her channel. So go check out those channels. They upload daily most of the time. And they can keep you pretty well abreast to what's going on. I know, right? Look at this. If you didn't get to see this one, take a seat. Look at this. and just wait, like, until I add the other ones. It's gonna be phenomenal. Anyway, I'm finally sleepy again. I wasn't gonna come live today, but I woke up covered in sweat again. I had another one of those episodes that I've been having, and I came live for a little bit to try to chill out. But I think I can.
Bluetooth disconnected.
I think I can probably go back to sleep now. My eyes are getting kind of droopy, so I'm gonna try. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. I know. I know. They are what keeps me going. They are my everything. And the most important part about that is the fact that they know that. The most important thing is that they know
Power off.
that there's nothing I wouldn't do, nothing I wouldn't sacrifice, no links I wouldn't go to, no mountain I wouldn't cross or move for them. They know that. Because I have, and I've not only talked the talk, but I walk the walk. And I've done it. The sacrifices I have made, the mountains I have moved, and the impossible circumstances I have overcome for them have been insurmountable. And I would do it again. And again, and again, and again. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.